Hey everyone, I welcome you all to this new video on bond valuation. In my previous video, we had discussed equity valuation of shares. Now this chapter, equity and bond valuation, is introduced for the first time at your CMA Final level in your new syllabus 2022. Now the chapter is broken down into two parts, equity and bond. We have already discussed equity. Remember one thing, the valuation of equity shares is a bit complex as compared to bond valuation because the dividend is not predictable. We have to use methods such as dividend approach, dividend growth approach, PE approach, net assets approach, and so on. But in bond valuation, it is pretty simple because you already know which amount of interest, how much amount of interest you are supposed to get in the upcoming years, or what might be the redemption amount. I simply need to compute the present value of that amount which I'm going to get, and that will be a fair value of that bond. Okay, we'll start with this video. I've taken questions. There might be one or two questions, patent standard questions which the institute might ask in this chapter. One, compute the fair value of the bond, and second, YTM, that is yield to maturity. I've taken some questions on zero coupon bond also, so make sure you watch the video till the end. Okay, chalo. Now, a few concepts before I start the video, which is used in this chapter. One, what is the meaning of yield rate? Yield rate is nothing but the expected rate of the investor. How much is the desired rate of the investor? Okay. What is the value of the bond? As I already said, value of the bond is nothing but the present value of what? Future cash flows, which will be discounted at yield rate. Okay. And what is the meaning of YTM? Yield to maturity is nothing but the rate of return which an investor earns right from the current share price, the current bond value till your maturity. The rate of return which he is earning, that concept, that rate is called as YTM, yield to maturity. Okay, we'll take a couple of questions. You might understand what what is the main agenda of this, okay, this chapter. Okay, if you want this sheet, you can simply WhatsApp on the number given in the description box, or simply you can just write down the questions in your book, which is much simpler. Okay, chalo, the first question on your screen, very simple. Let's start with the basic question. Rupees 1000 bond matures in 20 years and offers a 9% coupon rate. What is coupon rate? Interest rate. The required rate of return is 11%. Compute the bond value. Remember one thing, it's not about the calculation. That is pretty simple. Anybody can do this. But remember one thing, the logic is important. Now see, why am I telling this? Before I start the answer, we'll solve it. That is not a big deal. Okay. But remember one thing, in this question, how much is the coupon rate? How much is the interest rate? The company is offering 9%. And please tell me how much is the expected or desired rate of the investor? It is 11%. So can you tell me, is the company living up to the expectation of the investor? The answer is no. So you tell me whether the investor will buy this bond at a high price or at a low price. And the answer is obviously at a discounted price. He will not buy at something which is above 1000. He will say, have you gone mad? I want 11%. You are giving me 9%. I am not ready to buy this bond at higher than 1000. So your answer has to be less than 1000. That is pretty sure. Let us compute now the fair value. Okay. So how to compute? Simple. If you remember your NPV table. Okay. That simple it is. Okay. So here your cash flow, your discounting factor, which is at the rate 11%, and your DCF. Okay, this is the same thing which you used to follow for NPV. Okay, 1 to 20. How much is the interest rate you are getting? 1000 into 9%. This will be how much? 90. How much is the discounting factor for 11% for 20 years? Okay, so 1 divided by 1.11. Just put in M plus. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20. You get something called as what? 7.963. 7.9633. Okay. Into 90, how much you are getting? You're getting 716.69 approx. Okay. And in the 20th year, how much you're getting back? Nothing is mentioned in the question. That means it is at par. 1000 you're getting back. You have to tell me what is the discounting factor for the 20th year. 1 divided by 1.11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20. Bang on. How much is this? 0.1240. Ladies and gentlemen, you have your answer. 124.03. And can you please tell me what is the fair value of this bond? 716.69. And as I've already told you, the answer will come less than what? Less than what? 1000. It is fair enough. Now, why on earth the investor is going to spend so much? He's telling, I want 11. You give me more than that. I'm ready to pay you more also. Have you understood the logic? So understand one thing. If the interest rate is more than the expected rate, then the bond will sell at premium. That's the whole ideology. Have you got this? Chalo. Can we go on to the next question, please? Can you solve this? Oh, it's a big one. No, small one. Consider a 10-year, consider a 10-year 12% coupon bond with a par value of 1000. Assume that the required yield on this bond is 13%. Find out the value of bond. Same question. Can just solve this, okay? Chalo, you can solve this. Year, cash flow, discounting factor at what? Don't take coupon data, discounting factor. 13%, no, that's only for interest. And your DCF, okay? Simple. Year, 1-10, how much is it? 1000 into 12%. This will become 120. So, 13% discounting factor for 10 years. How much is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5.4262 approx into 120. This will give you 651.14. 15 I can write. 149. Okay. And 10th, how much you'll get? 1000. You will get what is discounting factor for 13% and the 10th year. 1 divided by 1.13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. How much is this? 0.2042. Okay. Into 1000. Your answer is 204.16. And your final answer will be 651.15. 855.31. 855.31. Can you please check your answer? And can you please check the logic? How much was the expected rate? It was 13%. How much is this guy giving? 12%. So obviously it will be floating at a discount. As simple as that. Okay. So can we go on to the next question, please? Pay attention. So these are basic sums, but as we go ahead, we'll solve some advanced problems. Okay. Question number 3. ABC company had sold rupees 1000 12% dash debenture, perpetual debenture 10 years. What is perpetual debenture? We have no idea when this is going to be redeemed. It is perpetual. Okay. 10 years ago. Now, see, listen, ladies and gentlemen, there is no YTM. There is no YTM for perpetual debentures. So, what is the meaning of this? Arey, what have I told you? What is the meaning of yield to maturity? The rate of return from the current market price till your what? Your maturity, your redemption. Then you can compute YTM. Arey, boss, if it's a perpetual debenture, how on earth you are supposed to compute YTM for that? Because you don't have the redemption amount only. Understand what something? Now stay with me. I'm going to give you a new formula for this. Okay. Interest rate of arisen since then, because this debenture was issued 10 years ago. For how much? 12% debenture. Now they are telling since now the interest rate have gone ahead. The debenture of this company are now selling at 15% yield basis. Now they're selling at how much? 15% expected yield basis. Okay. Determine the current expected market price of debenture. Would you buy the debenture for rupees 700? Okay. So how are we supposed? If it's a perpetual debenture, see the formula. Solution. Price of the bond is nothing but your face value into your coupon rate divided by your yield rate. Please save this formula. I mean, you can compute anything. If you want to compute the yield rate, you can just write face value into coupon divided by what? Price of the bond. Can you please say what is the price of the bond? Sir, why are we not using the previous two basic wala formulas? Arey baba, because there is no redemption. What will I write at the end of the year? I cannot write only. So in case of perpetual, you have to use this formula. Okay, fair enough. Chalo. Now 1000 into how much is coupon rate? 12%. Why am I writing this? I can just write simply 12% is how much? 120 into yield rate is how much? 15%. Divide by 15% and your answer is how much? Rupees 800. Rupees 800. Array, now you tell me one thing. The price of the bond according to you is 800. Now the debenture is going out for how much? 700. Would you buy? The answer is obviously yes. I will obviously buy this debenture because I know the price of the bond is going to be how much? 800. Okay. Number one. Number two. Now this is very important. Recollect your formula for KD, cost of debt. Assume the debenture of the company are selling at 825. Okay, that's the selling price. If the debenture have 8 years to run to maturity, compute the approximate effective yield an investor would earn on his investment. Okay, we'll give them no problem. So your KD formula, cost of debt formula, if you remember, approximate yield formula. So what is the formula? Interest plus RV minus NP upon N whole divided by RV plus NP upon 2. So what is RV? Redemption value. What is NP? Net proceeds. What is N? Number of years to maturity. I is interest. Okay. Chalo. Now, can you please tell me how much is it? So this will be. Oh, I just write it here on there. 120. Okay, one sec. Very deal. Big deal. 120. How much is your RV? It's 1000. Because that's at par, right? NP, how much is selling? NP is net proceeds. Now, how much you're going to get? 825 is given in the question. 825 divided by maturity. How much is it? 8 years. 8 years. 8 whole divided by 1000 plus 825 divided by 2. Can you give me an answer, please? 1000 minus 825 divided by 8. This is how much? So 120 plus 21.875 upon 1000 plus 825 divided by 2. This is 912.5 and your answer is going to be 15.55% approx. This is your approximate yield. Have you understood this? It's a simple formula. Have you understood this? Chalo. One more question coming your way. Simple. This is also a very simple question. ABC Limited is contemplating a debenture issue on the following terms. Face value 100 per debenture, terms to maturity 7, interest rate they have given. The only difference is what? Years are different. Like the interest is fluctuating with the years, okay? And the current market rate of interest is 15%. The company proposed to price the issue so as to yield a compounded rate of 16% to investor. You have to consider this for your discounting. What are they giving to the investor? Forget the benchmark which is there. The 15% the other company is giving. Forget that. What is your company giving compounding? It is 16%. Okay. Determine the issue price. Assume redemption of debenture at a premium of 5%. Can we do this? Or can you do it? More simpler. Okay. So same thing we'll do. Here. Next will be your cash flow. Next will be your discounting factor at 16%. And next will be your DCF. Okay. Ekdam aram se can you go? 1 to 2. Next is what? 3-4 and 5-7. Okay. How much is the cash flow? 8% is first. Okay. 8% is first. First is 8%. So I'll write here 8. Second is how much? 12%. I'll write here 12 because that is rupees, because that is 15%. This is 15. This is the interest, okay. And what I'll write at the end? What I'll write at the end of the 7 years? It is being redeemed at what? Premium of 5%. So what I'll write? I'll write here 105. As simple as that. Simple, just go discounting. You will get the answer. Okay. But discounting has to be done years wise. So 16 for 2 years cumulative. 1 divided by 1.16. 1 to MRC. This will be 1.6052. Done. Next, 1 divided by 1.16. 1, 2. Forget this. 3, 4 MRC. How much is this? 1.1929. Okay, next 1 divided by 1.16, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, 1.2403, cool. And last 1 divided by 1.16, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, only the seventh here. How much is this? 0.3, how much is this? 538. Shoot for the answer please. 8 into 1.6052, 12.84 approx. 12 into 1.1929, this will be 14.31 approx. 15 into 1.2403, oh, one sec, what did I do? 1.2403, 18.60 approx, and 105 into 0.3538, this will be 37.15 approx. Chalo, 12.84, 14.31, 18.6, 37.15, and your answer has to be 82.9. See if it is coming. 82.9. That's your answer. Pretty simple. 82.9 has to be your answer. 82.9. 82.9. Oh my god. Chalo. Now we are doing some like various. I've taken lots of variety. Okay. Chalo. Next. Next. 100 perpetual bond is currently selling. Perpetual bond is currently selling for 95. The coupon rate is 13.5. The appropriate discount rate is 15%. Calculate the value of the bond. Should it be bought? That's a number one question. And second is, what is the YTM? We'll solve one by one. Okay. I've just told you one thing now. Whenever they're asking you perpetual, I've given you the formula. What is the formula? Price of the bond is equal to face value into coupon rate divided by yield rate. Ladies and gentlemen, please tell me what you are supposed to calculate. So they are asking value of the bond. They are asking what? Value of the bond. Should it be bought? It's very, very simple. 100 into my coupon rate is how much? 13.5%. Divided by yield rate is how much? 15%. Can you come up with an answer please? 100 into 13.5% divided by 15%. Your answer has to be rupees 90. Rupees 90. Is it coming? Is it coming? And it is currently selling at 95. Whether you will buy it? Hell not. Why on earth I'll buy this? The fair value is coming 90. It is selling at 95. When it's going to drop down to 90, I will not buy this. I will not buy this. Not buy. Simple. Okay. Now, what is the YTM? Important. What is the YTM? Yield to maturity. How are you supposed to solve this? Yield to maturity. Now, pay attention, please. Okay. See, for YTM, you'll use the same formula. You will use the same formula. You just want to the left hand side. What you will do? The same, this formula only. So, what I'll do is yield rate is equal to your face value into your coupon rate divided by that I will take as a denominator, price of bond. Okay. Chalo. Now please tell me how much is this? I think this was 100 into 13.5% divided by price of bond was 95. It was 95. One sec. 95. How much is the answer? 100 into 13.5% divided by 95. Your answer has to be 14.21% approx. If they ask you YTM in case of perpetual bond, then you will have to do by this method. You have to do by this method. Okay. Chalo. Next, these are your model questions. So this is very simple. They are again asking you current yield. Now the same thing you have done. Now you know it. So yield will be equal to what? You can know the formula now. Face value into coupon rate whole divided by your price of bond. Okay, now you must be able to do this. Face was how much? 1000 into 6% divided by the market price is how much? 900. You will get the current yield. See how much is it? Into 6% divided by 900. Your answer is 6.67%. See if you're getting this. 6.67%. Is it simple? Yes, it is simple. Now, chalo, I've taken this one more question which is there in your syllabus, okay, which is there in your module only. But they've taken the help of present value table and all, okay. We'll try to solve it. Just pay attention. Solution. The first thing is this is zero coupon bond. What is the meaning of zero coupon bond? You are not going to get any interest in your entire life. That is what is called zero coupon. Then sir, why on earth we will invest? The advantage, the benefit is the difference amount. So issue price minus your maturity. So see, a company issues zero coupon bond for 10 years maturity. Issue price is how much? 260. And how much you are getting? 1000. That is the difference. That is the advantage which you will get. Ignore tax. What is the YTM? Okay. Chalo, we'll solve this. The first thing what I want you to do is, see, you have invested this much and you've got this much. Okay. Can you please tell me the present value of 1 rupee if this is the scenario? See, if you're putting 260, you're getting 1000. What is the present value of this? Because we don't have any interest on, there is no interest rate only in this. So what am I doing? 1 rupee of that, what is the present value? So what I'll do, very simple, 260 divided by 1000, I get 0.26. Now the point is, you have to see the present value table. In that present value table, for 10 years maturity, you have to compute the interest. So it comes under, I'll tell you now only, it comes under 14% and 15%. Okay, and what we'll do is we write the discounting factor also. See, for 10 years at 14, how much is this? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. This is 0.2697 something, and 1 divided by 1.15. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. This is trial and error. So it comes in this 0.2472. So it comes in between that. So we want to compute the interest rate like YTM in between this. Now the best thing is interpolation. What is interpolation? Your IRR. If you remember IRR. For IRR, we need two things. One positive NPV, one negative NPV. Can we do it? Chalo, yes, we can do it. First, we'll take down at 14%. How much it will be? So, first, it's how much? 260. So, your first 0 year, it will be 260. Discounting factor 1, and this will be 260 only. And. For 10 years, at the 10th year, how much you're getting back? You're getting back 1000. Can you please tell me how much is this? 0.2697. This will be into 0.2697. This will be 269.7. And how much is the like rough NPV? 9.7. I'll write here 10. This is what your positive NPV. So if you increase the interest rate, you will get negative 0, 260, 1, 260. 10th year, how much is this? 1000. And how much is discounting factor? 0.2472. This will be 247.2. And how much will be the interest rate? 260 minus 247.2 minus 12.8. Okay. Now I have to compute the IRR. So what is the formula for IRR? Formula for IRR: start rate plus NPV at start rate upon NPV at start rate minus NPV at end rate. This is your module question, into end rate minus start rate. Okay, this is just for understanding purpose what I'm doing. This is the most simple. So there are 2 percentage, 14%. How much is the NPV at start? 10. How much was here? 12.2. So what I'll write? Plus 12.2. Why 12.2? Because that becomes 12.8. Sorry, my bad. 12.8 minus becomes plus into 1%. What is the answer? 22.8. 1 plus 14.43% is your YTM. 14.43% is the YTM. Okay, but I doubt they'll ask you this because see, you need to because see, that is trial and error method. So if they give you the present value table calculation all, then you will be able to understand one thing. Okay, but this step is important. This one, to compute the present value of that 1 rupee which you're going to receive after 10 years. So that we computed 0.26, and that's how we landed in these two discounting rates. Okay, and this one is pretty simple, I think. Yeah. Consider the case where investor purchases a bond whose face value is 1000, maturity period is 5 years, coupon is 7, required is what should be willing to pay? Very simple question, I think. 0. How much is the years? 1-5 is 1-5 cash flow is how much? 1000 into 7%, 70. Discounting factor is 8% for 5 years. 1 divided by 1.08. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. This is how much? 3.9927 into 70. This will be 279.49. And fifth year, because it's given at par, this is 1000. Your fifth year discounting factor for 8% will be 2, 3, 4, 5. How much is this? 0.6805 into 1000. This will be 680.58. Your answer will be 960 approx. 960 approx. So even in this case, what is happening? See, the expected rate is 8% and the rate of interest is 7%. That is why the fair value bond is going for discount 960. The investor will not spend only more than how much? 1000. Okay. But if it was vice versa, if they were giving more, then yes, then the bond will sell at a premium. Okay. So just compute these many sums. I think your fair value bond, your YTM, this is important. See, look at for the perpetual bond. The formula is important. Price value into your face value into coupon divided by yield. Make sure you can compute that. Okay. Also, one more thing, yield to maturity can be computed by IRR formula also. Even that is one thing. Okay. And also in case of perpetual bond, I've given you that formula. Which one? The KD one. I plus RV minus NP upon N whole divided by RV plus NP upon 2. Okay. So, thank you so much for watching. And also, if you want more of these short revision lectures, please do drop your views in the comment box. Thank you.